who goes in the ring to bomb away. He has knocked out 23 guys in the first or second rounds, but he's also been KO'd 15 times himself. It's one way or the other for Bobby Crabtree, and Chris McClure had an opportunity to talk to him prior to the fight.
We were remarking a few moments ago that a lot of your fights end early, one way or the other. Is that part of your style, to go out and make things happen quickly?
Yeah, I'm not a boxer. I'm out there we get out there and, punch it out and the better man walks away. I'm not no stylish boxer like Biggs is, but I'm going to go out there and give it 100% and hopefully take him out.
Quickly, if possible, will you force the issue right off the bat?
Yeah, he's a boxer and gets on his toes, and I'm gonna pressure him. Try to stay right in it, put my head right in his chest.
If it works, what could it mean to you? You've had a fairly long career, and you don't have a lot of years left, probably.
That's true. I'm gonna be an old man, but anyway, a win over him. I'm not sure that they was talking about a Mercer fight if I beat Biggs in this fight. So you never know. Maybe there's still hope.
Good attitude for Bobby Crabtree as he comes into this one. He's gonna not leave anything in the dressing room, I'll tell you that. But he's got a guy that is really at a crossroads in his career. After winning the gold medal in the Olympics in '84, he had big promise. But when Mike Tyson knocked him out in October of 1987, he went downhill and lost 2 straight fights. And right now, he's on his way back, hopefully. It's a crossroads fight in the career of Tyrell Biggs. Chris McClure talked with him prior to this fight.
Tyrell Biggs, is it fair to characterize this as a crossroads fight? I know you'd like to climb back up and take a look at Mike Tyson again, but must you win this one in order to bring that to fruition?
Well, yes, I think any fight that I take is important at this point. Coming off a couple of losses, I think it's about time that I do get a win, and this is a real important fight for me.
You've lost 3 in a row. It's been stretched out over a long period of time. Has it been a time of great frustration? Have you been able to deal with that? And are you in a good mental frame of mind coming into this?
Well, yeah, I'm in a pretty good mental state of mind. And the reason why I think I've suffered the 2 losses after Tyson was because I had to lay off and I had problems, managerial problems there for a point. And basically, that's why I don't think I've been performing the way I know I can perform, because I've been inactive, and now I'm looking to stay busy and stay active, and hopefully get some wins.
Quick thought about this fight. This man, Bobby Crabtree, apparently likes to come out hard, fast, get his chin in someone's chest, and force the issue. I think that's what's going to happen. How do you deal with that? What's your plan?
Well, my main thing is boxing, so I have to go out here and box this guy. I can't make the mistake anymore trying to be something that I'm not. I'm not a big puncher. The best thing I do, I won a gold medal with boxing ability, and I think to get this path back toward Tyson, I think I better go out and concentrate on boxing, because that's what I do better, and that's the way I prepare myself. So if he comes, I'm just going to offset him with boxing and movement.
A very honest characterization of what's ahead for Tyrell Biggs at this point in his career. After 2 devastating losses, he's here in Detroit to battle a guy that is called the Fighting Hillbilly, Bobby Crabtree. A little bit below Mike Tyson, but that's the road back for Tyrell Biggs. There you saw the tail of the tape. Both fighters have knockout power in both hands. We don't expect this one to go a great distance. There's nothing like the excitement and anticipation before a heavyweight fight, and this one has all the makings. Let's go to Wally Jackson for the official introduction.
Ringside fans, before we get to our main event, we have a very special boxing celebrity here tonight. Now, this young man has dedicated his life to boxing, and more importantly, he's devoted his life to people, teaching people how to care and how to love. And I think through his life, he's really got that message across to all of us. As a fighter, he defeated Sonny Liston twice, Floyd Patterson. He defeated Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, and he knocked out George Foreman. I have to only say that he is the greatest. Ladies and gentlemen, Muhammad Ali!
A great tribute to one of the great champions of the boxing
Let's
game.
hear it for the champ, Muhammad Ali.
As he walked over and shook hands with both fighters, and this crowd here at the Palace, a big crowd responded.
In the heavyweight division, this is our main event. The man in decision, Sam Williams. Introducing first in the blue corner. Introducing first in the red corner. He weighed in at 212 pounds. As a professional, he has 40 victories, 15 losses, and 1 draw. From Fort Smith, Arkansas, here is Bobby Crabtree. And his opponent in the blue corner, weighed in 225 pounds. As a professional, he has 15 victories, 3 losses with 10 KOs. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, here is Tyrell Biggs. This is 10 rounds in the heavyweight division.
Tyrell Biggs, one of the young men out of the '84 Olympic team in the super heavyweight division they felt was going to give Mike Tyson a battle for the championship. He lost to Tyson in a knockout in October 1987, and since then his career really has gone downhill. TKO'd by Francesco Damiani after the Tyson loss in Milan, Italy. This past October he lost in London. Crabtree, on the other hand, kind of a guy who's been a journeyman most of his life, but he knows about being in the ring with big fighters. He fought a draw with Quick Tillis. He lost to Ronaldo Snipes, Tony Tucker, James Pritchard, and George Foreman. So he knows what it's like to be in the ring with some heavy-hitting, world-class heavyweights. And he's in with one tonight in Tyrell Biggs. Here's round 1, scheduled for 10.
Crabtree in his career has beaten a host of folks in the first couple of rounds. He's also been beaten by a host of folks in the first couple of rounds. He does this at the start of every fight he's in. He needs to do it against Tyrell Biggs. He's a Larry Holmes type guy up on his toes. Boxing heavyweight. Rare these days. Good at it.
Crabtree, a southpaw. Will come after Biggs. He will look for the big shot. He knows he can't box with Biggs, and he's got to land something with some thunder early. Biggs, on the other hand, wants to box. He's really trying to resurrect a career.
Nice quick jab by Biggs right there, and also on that left hook attempt just a moment ago by Crabtree, covered up beautifully to cover his ear, stop the punch on the gloves. Body work from Crabtree. He's powerful. Call him the fighting hillbilly. Calls himself a fighting hillbilly. A little stumble there. I don't think it was a punch.
Biggs very controlled. Good right counter, and then he hits him with a left jab. Biggs very controlled. He does not want to get into a slugging match, a brawl with Crabtree. Good left jab, stiff left jab. Another one from Tyrell Biggs. Well, for a big man, he's got good quick hands, and that jab is an offensive weapon.
Shot stopped at the elbows. That Italy fight a year ago that he lost on the TKO, it was a cut that did the damage and put an end to it.
Good left hook inside. 3 of them. A nice left uppercut by Biggs.
A month and a half ago in London, it was a straight up loss.
Good left hook to the body by Biggs. Caught mostly on the elbows, but Crabtree now in against the ropes. Left hook off the ropes by Crabtree. Looks like he wants to fight a little rope-a-dope here. He wants to draw Biggs in.
Biggs has been in enough to be carrying the round so far.
last 10 seconds of round 1. Straight left by Crabtree, got through, caught Biggs on the shoulder. And there's the bell ending round 1 of this heavyweight battle between Tyrell Biggs, who you see going back in his corner, and Bobby Crabtree.
Most of the round predicated on Biggs' jab, and I think he won the round in the opening salvos. Crabtree's got some heavy thunder, but not enough of it so far.
The instruction to Bobby Crabtree. Last line I heard was, don't be a hero.
Don't be a hero. They want a little lateral movement. They think he's too stationary in front. He did take some good straight shots, especially the jab. Kind of flat-footed. I'm not sure there is a lot of lateral movement in his makeup.
Big crowd on hand here at the Palace. Better than 12,000 at the home of the world champion Detroit Pistons and Pass Boxing, watching this action tonight. Former Olympic super heavyweight gold medalist in Tyrell Biggs battling Bobby Crabtree now. Biggs with his back to you. Good jab by Biggs. Caught Crabtree coming in and stopped him in his tracks. Another big one. You saw the head snap back of Crabtree.
That's the weapon so far, and it's going to keep Crabtree from brawling.
That's what Biggs has got to do. He can't get into a brawl with this guy and allow Crabtree to get away with a lucky punch. He's got to use his boxing skills, wait for his shot, then use his power to make the difference.
Blood on the left side of the face of Tyrell Biggs.
A little blood on the side of the cheek of Tyrell Biggs.
You know, we talked about last year in Italy when he lost on a cut.
Halfway through round 2.
He's had trouble with his earlier handlers, Leduga. They gave up on him because they said he cut too easily. And I think part of the conversation we heard in Crabtree's corner was, just before they said don't be a hero, they said go for the eye. Now they may want to try and get a cut if they can.
Well, you can see that Crabtree is leaving nothing in the locker room.
Tell you what, he's taking a few across the face. There's a couple more right there. His nose looks like it's ready to erupt as well.
Big standing at range, trying to work that left jab. 45 seconds left to go here in round 2. 2 big left jabs by Tyrell Biggs. He moves Crabtree back to the rope, straight right down the middle. Right, left to the body, straight right, left hook. Crabtree leaning against the rope, basically taking, Crabtree tried to throw the big left hand and just lost his balance completely and fell down.
Biggs was right on top of him, but he started the whole sequence with those 2 crisp left jabs and then started varying things off it. Big hooks.
Big right hand, left hook behind it.
He's got his hands closed up because the jab was tearing his face apart right down the middle, and now the hooks are open and the uppercut. Everything's open.
Big left hook ending round 2 by Tyrell Biggs. And Bobby Crabtree can certainly take a shot because he took that left hook right at the end of round 2, and I mean it was on the button. He walked through it, and there you see the blood coming from the nose of Tyrell Biggs as they go to work on that in the corner.
Take a look at those 2 left jabs that predicated the second half of the round, heavily dominated by Biggs. Those are shots right down the middle. Now the hands get together a little bit. The slip in the round. Crabtree just trying a haymaker off the ropes, threw himself off balance. Biggs was right there, but pulled away very easily. No cheap shots.
Well, this one has lasted longer than 23 of Bobby Crabtree's fights.
They got a little ice in Crabtree's corner. They're going to have to clear that away, so they won't start the clocks yet. Bell has already sounded. That having been accomplished, Biggs trying to go back to work with that jab at all. That's been pretty in the first 2 rounds of Jim. He looks pretty sharp. Really.
Yeah, he does. He looks like he wants to stay away, too. I mean, I think he's being a little bit careful. You know, this isn't just another fight, a step for Tyrell Biggs. This is a little bit something more important.
Decent counter by Crabtree. First one did hit him. The second, as he double pumped it, was blocked on the glove. Biggs pretty good defensively with that right hand so far in the fight. There he goes. He stops another one just off his ear with the glove. Quick hands. Crabtree trying to force his way inside, pays for it. There's the jab. Here it comes again.
And it forces Crabtree back.
Both fairly stationary. Now Biggs has said this week that he wants to put 4 or 5 good fights together, and then hopefully that would get him a look from the Tyson camp for another go. Of course, he was beaten by Mike Tyson, punished really through 7 rounds, and then finally had to give it up. But he says he's figured out how to fight him now. And that's boxing and lateral movement.
Now, the 2 losses after Tyson are what has really hurt Tyrell Biggs. He hadn't lost those 2 fights. I doubt if we'd see him here tonight in Detroit.
No, not against this fellow, but he did lose them. And the thing that you're starting to hear a little bit more of, people trying to poke a hole in this Iron Mike routine about how absolutely stunningly powerful he is. Not to say that he can't hit hard, but Biggs is one of those that says, well, it's not the power of his punches so much. He's quick. He's quicker than anybody thinks.
Biggs now really going to work on Crabtree, working a little bit shorter inside. He's throwing a little short uppercut. That's landed. He's getting inside. He's throwing the right lead. As Tyrell Biggs continues to work on Bobby Crabtree, as Crabtree is against the ropes, tries to throw a right hand coming back.
Well, the hillbilly's getting, I think, a little tired the way he's acting over there, trying to save some energy in rope-a-dope. As you described it earlier, that big right hand hurt, and he's wearing him down in a hurry. 4, maybe 5-round fight, Jim.
Biggs with a good left hand right down the middle, and he is really controlling this fight now, using his boxing skills against Bobby Crabtree. Round 4 of the scheduled 10-round heavyweight battle between Tyrell Biggs and Bobby Crabtree, scheduled for 10. Neither fighter has been down in this fight. But Tyrell Biggs at the end of round 3 really started to wear down Bobby Crabtree.
That hook got around.
I think Crabtree's throwing that just to, get Biggs' attention. As you see Chris McClure's scorecard, so far, Biggs pitching a shutout.
I don't think he's missed a beat yet. He got a good jab in there after taking a hook to start the round. Crabtree just lunging and trying to force. More or less what we expected. He's going to pop his way in there, try and brawl it out if he can.
So he's trying to throw that big left-hand haymaker, and I think, again, just to get Biggs' attention, that he will throw some offense at you and keep Biggs away. Because at the end of the 3rd round, Crabtree had nothing, and Biggs was pretty much dictating what he threw, when he threw, and how he threw it.
Well, Crabtree admitted pretty freely he can't box with these guys, so it's got to be a different thing altogether.
Well,
Contrast in styles.
In that regard, Biggs done a good job, because Crabtree came out here and wanted to brawl, and Biggs has changed it so that it's his tempo. It is boxing, and he's going to have it his way if it is boxing. So give Biggs the credit there. Good left jab walking in, but Crabtree walked through it.
He threw that counter around the side and got some steam on it. You always think if those big roundhouses connect, the guy's got to go, but enough of them do. Sometimes they don't go.
Boy, the left jab is certainly something.
Yeah, beauty. Keep shooting it.
One minute left to go here in round 4.
Well, with the jab, Biggs has absolute control on spacing between he and Crabtree. He's got him at the range he wants him.
Biggs now, big left hook. Down goes Bobby Crabtree. Crabtree fighting off the ropes, and Biggs came around with a big left hook, and that may do it.
Yeah.
Bobby Crabtree gets up at the count of 8, says he's ready, and Sam Williams says fight. Biggs working in the corner, trying to put this one away. Just 15 seconds left. Biggs trying to put Crabtree away. He may survive the round. There's the bell, and Crabtree. No, he has got to get up before the count of 8. He does, so he survives round 4. Holy cow, just by the smallest of margins does Crabtree get up from that attack by Tyrell Biggs.
That last right hand hit Crabtree on the ear as the bell went. First knockdown, let's take a look at it. Left hand is what does it. Boom, here it comes. Almost drove him into the seats, really. Take a look at it. Other angle. Watch his head go to the right. Man, I'll tell you what, there's some velocity in that left hook right there. And right at the end of the round, at the instant of the bell, the final right hand to put Crabtree on his knees once again. There he goes. That was when the bell sounded. He was able to get back to his stool under his own power. And so we'll get into the 5th round, probably. The whistle has sounded, Jim, and Crabtree's seconds are out. Looks like he will answer this bell.
Well, the bell can only save a fighter in the last round.
Right.
So Crabtree had to get up and prove to Sam Williams that he was okay for that one to continue. But Biggs certainly has it figured out now, and it's just a matter of time. And there's a big left hook, and Crabtree's hurt now in the first 10 seconds. Sam Williams is going to stop this pretty quick.
That's got to do it right there.
That's it. Tyrell Biggs gets the knockout victory early in round 5 as Bobby Crabtree goes down under a hail of shots early in the 5th round. And what it was that started it all was the left hook again.
And it also came in behind those jabs, which set his man up, and I think really softened him up, Jim. Those were offensive weapons, the way they were being thrown by Tyrell Biggs, and this one right straight down the middle. He got in the first 3 rounds a couple of hooks through, enough to further soften his man, but most of it was predicated on the jab, and finally that big left hook with huge velocity that just snapped Crabtree's head right to the side was the one that really finished the fight. Then it was a matter of time, and this is in round number 5. Biggs will finish it right here with this flurry. Those aren't even the heavy blows yet. Couple to the body. Biggs just looking to end it. Sam Williams looking on warily. There comes the arm of the referee, and this is over.
Here it is.
16 and 3. Take a look at the big hook that started all of it in the 5th round. Froze him on his feet. Then he went to the ropes. From there, it was just a matter of a few seconds.
And Sam Williams steps in, and early in the 5th round, Tyrell Biggs starts his comeback in a big way with a knockout victory over Bobby Crabtree. Let's go to Wally Jackson for the official time.
Boxing fans, the official time. 32 seconds of the 5th round. The winner by TKO, Tyrell Biggs.
Also on the card, Anthony Hembrick, a big winner, as was Anthony Jones. That about wraps things up from here at the Palace this evening. A great night of boxing in Glasgow.